So do you think that Indian media shows sensitivity in the language and tone it uses for referring to LGBT community?
You know, this is an area on which I do not know much, partly also because if there is any community which is almost completely invisible, okay, in the Indian context, it is the LGBT community. We have very little information about this community as such, these sexual minorities as such. Partly this is because of the taboo that exists in terms of the sexual modes and conduct in this country. And where there is taboo, there is also the sensationalism. So you see that what little that gets covered in the media in terms of this community is basically, say, some sort of coverage of the transgender community in some of the magazines once in a while, okay, or say some sort of opinion surveys on the sexual habits of, say, the middle classes in the country, which comes in some of the magazines once in a while. They come more as sensationalist reports, essentially, you know, essentially titillating type of reports, adding to the titillation of the readers, okay, rather than as issues which need to be studied as the rights of these communities, okay? The sexual minorities, what type of rights do they have today? I think they have very little rights, okay? And what type of rights should they have? That is something which the Indian media, I think, has failed in addressing it all. Okay, so whatever coverage takes place is basically, I think, in terms of sensationalizing the life of these communities.
And what do you think about the way Indian media provide platform to LGBT community? Is it true? Are they giving them proper platform or not?
Rarely ever happens. For the simple reason that one, even if it is some sort of sensationalist news, given the fact that the life of this community is shrouded in a great deal of, secrecy in this country, very few of them would be willing to come out and talk about the issue, interact with the media. So I think, ultimately, unless the media takes up the rights of these issues and makes the public aware of their rights and again try to educate the media, general public, that in terms of the fact that while they are a minority, they are also citizens, okay, with as much rights as anybody else. So that type of emphasis, I think, has never been there in the media.